G'day, my name's James. I've been sailing around Australia with my two daughters, and here's a look back at the first 3 years we spent on board the SaltyJocks.
Couldn't just move into a house with the girls. You can move onto a boat, learn to sail, and just choose the hardest route possible. I don't get it. But I'm hoping that it is what I think it is, which is where I just need to go into the deep and know that I can make it out the other side in one piece, with the girls in one piece. And we might have a chance at something fucking amazing. Or it might fail.
Definitely a tuna, I know it.
Oh, big tuna!
Oh, big tuna! And one time I caught a brown bird by both of his legs.
I tell you what, girls, they don't teach this at school. Half the night we were, I think, getting about 2.5 knots, so substantially slower. I've got a wicked surprise for you.
Thanks. And the elves are coming for a swim too.
Cool. Floppy leg, floppy leg, floppy, floppy, floppy leg. I don't think most people actually realise I didn't know how to sail the boat when I bought it when we first moved on, so I had to learn with the kids on board, which meant I strapped Isla, my youngest, who was 1 at the time, into a car seat in the cockpit. We left Fremantle and sailed all the way up to Darwin over the course of the next 2.5 to 3 years. We had some of the most incredible experiences in that time. Spent months at a time offshore, including the Montebellos, the Abrolhos Islands, and also all the way up through the coastline. And all the last most recent videos, we spent 3.5 months in the Kimberley. During that time we spent in the Kimberley, just about everything that could have gone wrong with the boat did go wrong, and I was forced to figure out how to fix just about everything with a little bit of help from some other people as well. Now, although the kids were perfectly fed the whole time, I suffered a fair bit not eating enough on that trip, and especially with how taxing the sailing and just dealing with a lot of the stress of that trip, yeah, it really took its toll on me. So this is what I looked like when I arrived in Darwin, and this is what I looked like 3 weeks later after eating properly and getting some good food and training in. But we did make it to Darwin despite, you know, broken engine mounts, ripped sails, stuffed solar, you name it, it went wrong. End of December, cyclone season in the Kimberley, you know, but we got there, and after a quick trip back home, it was time to get back to the boat and do a full overhaul and just get everything working. There was no way that I could head out again with the boat in the condition that it was. Fridges are gone, bin, other fridges going in the bin. Ow, get fast! So that's, I had 2 compasses, which I really didn't need 2 compasses, so I've taken one out. We're going to put in the new chart plotter. Isla, shush! Yeah, cool. felt like forever waiting for the season to change so that we could finally get out of the marina. But the time had come, so I borrowed Braden to get us out of the marina and into Fanny Bay, and him and his family became really, really close friends. We met when we were in the marina, and I'll get into that a little bit more later. Feeling the weather cool off and finally being able to get out of the marina was just so good.
Man, that AIS is so bloody annoying.
It would get really annoying, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's great when the stress is up.
We're just leaving the Bayview Marina now. I haven't filmed anything for the last probably 2 months. Just because there's been so much going on, we're finally leaving.
Never a dull moment.
Hello, James speaking.
Good, Halle? 2 boats, 1 lock. Hey?
I want to push up there.
You want to push off there? We're actually holding the boat in. You helping, Isla? Good job. All right, this is the exciting bit, girls. Once the gate closes, Isla,
Yeah?
they're going to get all the water out so we can get out the other side.
Oh!
Yeah, the fish will come out.
Just giving it. We're waiting a little bit.
We're away.
Yeah, we're away. Finally.
This is a very exciting. Hi.
Hi.
Trying to get a few more of these cinematic shots, you know?
Yeah, so we've finally left the bloody marina, and then we've got 1 day until we haul out with these guys, but it's the Anzac Day celebrations, and I can actually, there's 2 big freaking choppers coming over, right over now. It's unreal, we're just getting out into the open water, and I've missed it a lot, so hopefully we can get back out into the Kimberley. Well, I can honestly say we never would have left Darwin if it wasn't for Darren and Michelle helping us out, and a couple of other people in town as well. There was Rob Veal and also Damo as well. Between those guys, that, you know, they got us up and running, because I went back down to Perth to try and make some money so I could afford to come back and fix the boat up, and I just ended up getting back to Darwin even more broke than I was before. I didn't have a fridge. We ended up managing to get Bushman fridges to sponsor us a fridge. And I then, when I could afford, I bought a second one as well. But otherwise, we would have had no real transport to get food, no fridge on board. Everything was still broken. It was honestly a miracle, and only through the help of other people that these things all came together. But largely, Darren and Michelle were responsible for the whole thing, and they hauled us out, and they really, by the time we left Darwin, they were their family.
How have you found your stay on board the SaltyJocks so far, mate?
Oh, quite nice. I've been, the hospitality's been perfect.
Yep.
Good company, you know.
That's
it's the first
it.
time sailing for me, so it's a perfect day, I think.
Oh, appreciate the help,
Perfect
mate.
teacher, you know.
Do you not want to be with your mum and dad?
No, I'm leaving.
Savage.
You're my new family now.
Gets to a point you feel like leaving the nest, Isla. That's just what happens.
I can't see it now. It's gone. I can see it a little bit through the trees. Not anymore though. That's blue.
So that there, I believe, is the home to the infamous Fanny Bay blowhole, hey?
That's my blood.
Apparently there's a blowhole up the top there, and there was a news article, and it said monsoon blows straight into Fanny Hole. That was the NT local newspaper.
Oh, I'm gonna love them. All day.
So good.
The upgrades on the boat. I've got 3 475 watt panels that I've completely rebuilt on top of the boat, and I've since sailed them in 35 knots around Cape Londonderry, so I know they're solid. There was a bit of doubt whether I could get that much solar on my boat, but it has been the biggest benefit having all that power come in. So new solar, fairy lights underneath the solar, which have been crucial. I've got all new slimline lithium batteries. I've got a 3000 watt inverter that spikes to 4000, all Victron. I've got Victron MPPT controllers. I've got more power than I know what to do with. I've got a water maker installed as well, and that I can actually run that during the day just off the solar. I don't need to run a motor or a generator or anything like that. Making 80 litres an hour. Got the 2 Bushman fridges, which have been crucial. So they've done another trip through the Kimberley as well, and they've never missed a beat, never even faltered. Also on top of that, all the external stuff, all new anti-fouling, and I've lost all this footage of everything that we did to the boat. Brand new anchor winch, 10mm chain upgrade from the 8mm because the 8mm chain rusted out. There was almost nothing left by the time I got back to Darwin. A lot of this stuff, you know, Darren and Michelle were just absolutely invaluable, and the way they looked after us while we were there just made such a difference, like really having family up there. So I'd really like to get back up there at some point in the near future.
Right now, we've actually still got an extra 20 amps coming in on top of what the coffee machine's using, so yeah, like it smashes it, but only momentary. So, you know, the MPPTs are still on float. They're bringing in 20 amps each. So we've got 60 amps coming in just off the solar. And it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We've dropped to 99% battery, and we've still got the afternoon to recharge that 1%, which obviously is not going to be an issue because there's fucking 60, 70 amps coming in. Woo-hoo-hoo. All my batteries are working. RCD's not tripping. We've done it. We've done it, girls! Exciting, Isla?
No.
Nope. How about you, Halle? You interested?
No.
Oh, you either.
Without a doubt, of all the thousands of dollars worth of upgrades that I put into the boat, the most exciting and worthwhile upgrade was putting the espresso machine in there. And I actually had to bolt it into the kitchen bench so that we didn't lose it every time we go for a sail. And I also launched the SaltyJocks Coffee Co, so we couldn't go without having an espresso machine on board. This is Darren and Michelle. They're both, they got the spirit of Darwin, absolute legends, and they just come for a drive-by. Let's tuck them in.
But you have to keep your mouth closed.
That is such a massive boat. Hey mate, how are you? That's good.
Hi, Darren.
There you are.
So I basically got to the end of all the repairs and the upgrades that I needed for the boat in order to get back to the Kimberley. But one of the main problems I ran into is the tinny was starting to take on more and more water, and I'd blue tacked up the hull with Halle like a year and a half ago back in the Monty. But it wasn't holding anymore, and the split was getting longer. After trying to repair it, it didn't get any better. And the bilge pump was now working overtime to keep that water out. So purely out of desperation, I started emailing companies to see if anyone would sponsor us a new dinghy. And within a day, Highfield Australia called me back and said, basically, we want to sponsor you a dinghy. And I couldn't believe it. I actually didn't really expect to get much back because we don't have the numbers, you know, subscriber-wise for anything like this. I spoke to the general manager and he said, pick out a dinghy, and I just had to pay for the freight up to Darwin, and we had ourselves a brand new tender. So I ended up getting the CL360, which is the largest tender I believe they do before they go to the center console. All in like the Hyperlon, like this thing was freaking flash. And in one single move, you know, we were back on track and we had a tender, and a reliable tender, because I can't be getting around a sinking tinny with the kids in the Kimberley. Like, it's just, yeah, not good practice. So the return trip through the Kimberley was something else. Ready to get the new dinghy, Isla?
Yeah.
You look absolutely gorgeous, my love. Can I see your crocodile mitt? That is so beautiful. Ready?
I got this real one.
Oh yeah, nice. Nice. Ready to get the new dinghy?
Yeah.
This one doesn't have a hole in it. Maybe, yeah. Yeah, I reckon that'd be alright. Dude, this is pretty big, eh? So I think this is the largest one they do before they go to the centre consoles.
Right, it's got all the seating stuff in there too, mate.
Yeah.
That's the flash one.
Yeah. Oh. We've got here a little ladder. I had no idea that seat cover was going to be so nice. And then we've also got the boat cover, so I'm going to put that on when we're towing. just to keep a fair bit of the water out. Oh, look at this. How we fucking, oh, there we go.
Is there a sweetness on it?
Oars. What do you think?
Good.
Good, you like the boat?
They have a cute little tiny dog too.
Yeah, nice. Should we pump her up, Isla? You wanna pump her up?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Oh, that's unreal. Snap on, snap off.
It's a thought of everything.
Do you know how freaking annoying those screwing ones are?
Yeah.
That's unreal. I love, this is my favourite part though, is how reinforced the transom is.
Yeah.
Like, that's incredible. Oh, well, that's time to say goodbye to the tinny. I blue tacked up the hole in that about 1.5 years ago. Well, me and Halle did, it was Halle's idea.
It's awesome, Dad. I can just lie here. Just lie down right here. Oh, that's so far!
Holy moly!
I need to hold on.
This thing just grabs the water. Like, it just grabs it. You got so much control because it grabs you and just throws you around. Is it long enough? So now with the boat fully fitted out, we've got a brand new dinghy, a new gearbox in the outboard. That meant that the only thing left was to get any last minute supplies we're going to need to get ourselves back into the Kimberley. Alright, that there is what $1,700 worth of fishing gear, supplies and boat needs looks like, and a ton of beef as well. Hopefully we'll fill the fridges, but I'd say we've got a long way to go. Happy?
Yeah.
Ready to go to the Kimberley?
Yeah.
Do you like the new dinghy? I can't wait to sit in the Kimberley River with this inflatable out. Last day in Darwin, honestly, surreal. Well, that's leaving Darwin. We're heading out the channel now. 8 months of real hard work trying to get back out here. I mean, technically we've still been out here, but we've just been sitting in Darwin and Fanny Bay, which, lovely as it is, I do need to go places. So, 2 days time, we're going to be sitting in the King George River. I'm going to be trying to figure out how to get out to Scott Reef. But same as everything, I think we just got to take it as it comes, and one thing at a time. First thing, let's just get out of this harbour. The best thing about the upgrades on the boat is without a doubt what's happening inside right now. Halle makes my espressos for me in the morning with a new machine. There is nothing better than being brought an espresso first thing. How you going, Isla? Bit tired?
Those brown cookie things, I'll bring you out.
Oh, thank you, darling. Oh, one sec. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Good pour, Halle. Good pour.
first thing I want to do when we get there is find a swimming hole and just jump straight in.
Yeah, it'd be good, eh?
Yeah, that's the first thing I want to do. Can we go to the one we went to the first time, Dad?
Nah, we're going to a new one, the King George River.
Oh. But can we go back to that first one day?
Maybe. Sure.
That was a really cool one.
You snug, Isla?
I need something to lie.
You need a cuddle? We're out of the harbour now. We've just gotten out of the main channel to Darwin. Still only the head sail up, and we're doing about 6 knots, towing the dinghy with about 650 litres worth of fuel on board. So I was pretty fired up earlier. I was pretty excited because we're going so fast with so much weight on board. Like, we've got jerry cans all the way up there, jerry cans all there, plus 150 litre bladder up the front and another 100 in the main tank. But I'm just trawling with the hand line as well, so hopefully we'll pick up something big on the way. It's beautiful. Eight months of trying to get to now, so really happy. And also we've got so much food on board, so ready to go. It was a pretty long morning in the end. It got really rolly, but not too much of an issue. However, we've actually managed to, there's a little bird on our boat, and I feel like we must have left when we're still quite close to land. He must have jumped on board, and there's been some bigger predatory birds flying around, but now we're too far out and he's still on board, so I think that he might actually end up joining us to the Kimberley, which will be a very interesting turn of events for this young bird. Is he in the boat?
Bird inside the boat. I can't believe it.
So cool. I think he's really tired. I don't think he's supposed to be out here. Well, I've barely recorded anything from this sail because it was actually really challenging. The first 24 hours were really full on. Like, the first night was so rocky, I didn't sleep much at all. We just got thrown around. The boat is just absolutely trashed. Like, everything just got thrown on the floor, and we haven't even cleaned it up. It's just a bit too much, and especially because now we had a pretty good sail last night. Oh, and now that's the Kimberley behind us. We're about 2 hours away from poking our head in at King George River, so we're just going to drop the anchor in the mouth there, so we can clean up, get some sleep, and we're back in the Kimberley. What do you reckon? Did you have a good sail, Halle?
Yeah. Yeah. Monkey said yes.
Yeah? I reckon Monkey's had a good sail. How about you, Isla?
Yeah!
Holy moly!
Yeah!
Whoa! You're a crazy wild animal.
Because we are animals.
You
We're
are.
half monkey.
Yeah, well,
And half human.
we're all a bunch of animals, aren't we? And the most incredible part is that we've actually managed to tow that high field all the way across the Bonaparte Gulf, which is, it's like 250 miles. Not a small feat, and it hasn't taken that much water in it. I forgot to put the bilge pump in. Oh, sailor girl. Don't be silly. Yeah, the conversation's amazing out here. So yeah, girls, up ahead, you see that crack?
Yeah, there are all those rocks over there.
Yep, we're gonna fit in between, see that dark spot in between the two light spots?
Right.
That's where we're gonna sail into. And then there's a big river that goes up there. Sound good?
Yeah!
I'm thinking I'm not even going to clean the boat. I reckon I'll chuck some snags on, jump in the dinghy and go for a mission. just looking at it now, it looks like there's a couple big charter boats out the front, and we went past one as well last night. So I think that's going to be one of the big differences between being here at the end of the season where there's no one around and coming here in July when there's, you know, it's chartered city. So we're going to have a lot more visitors in these places than we did last time. I really think I might be a bloody cyclone season man, to be honest.
I'll do a better one. I'll do a better one.
Oh! Well, that was a nice secret until you farted in my ear. Oh, you just licked my ear hole. You're disgusting. Oh, would that be the same ear? Oh! Can't see the entrance. Oh, okay. The incredible thing that I've discovered on this passage is that I was pretty crook for the first day, and I think it actually played a lot to do with I didn't have any coffee, so that made the whole thing a lot worse. So Halle ended up making me an espresso, and I came good, but oh, sorry, she made 2 espressos. But I've discovered that Halle is more seaworthy than myself because she's been in and out. Like, she was a little bit funny the first day, and then the second day, you know, I was still busted up, and she really just came into her own, and no seasickness at all, just having the best time. And she's definitely got stronger guts than me.
I kept going inside all the time.
You kept doing all the jobs I didn't want to do.
Yeah, because you were too sick.
That's right.
Dad? Big fatty Barbie. Big fatty Barbie.
Hey, girls, how does it feel after 2 days of being at sea to see land again?
I don't know. Move it.
Kimberley's girls? That wasn't in, shush. That wasn't encouraged at all. That was their honest opinion on how they feel about the Kimberley. Hey? But so close. So good to be back. Look who beat us to it. Bam bam. Isla. And just like that, we were back in the Kimberley. Like, such a different experience to the time before. You know, we weren't stinking hot, and believe it or not, it gets really cold in there, so we were wearing jumpers most days. It was so exciting just being back in the wild, ready for all the next lot of adventures, and we had so many adventures planned for the coastal leg of the trip through the Kimberley.